Hello! So Thanksgiving is coming up, so I thought I would do a tag, and coincidentally enough, there is a Thanksgiving book tag. How awesome is that? This tag was created by Fangirl City a long time ago. Surprisingly, I've never done this until now. That's okay. Why not? I'll link it down below. I don't think they make videos anymore, but you should check them out because they're adorable. I think they're sweet. So yeah, I'm going to leave all the questions down below for you as well. Let's talk all about Thanksgiving and books. I love Thanksgiving. I think a lot of people, as soon as they hit November, it's like Christmas, which I understand, but then when it gets to the week of Thanksgiving, I'm like, Thanksgiving, because I brine a turkey and I like cook a lot. I cook for my family, which is not like the biggest thing. It's like for 5 or 6 people, but I still really enjoy it, especially with my new kitchen I have this year. I am so excited to cook Thanksgiving because I actually have room now and I'm so stoked to do it. The first question is bread. What book is purely fluff, has no real plot line? This could be argued. A lot of chick lit books are kind of like this, where it's really no plot. It's just kind of like romance. I mean, Fix Her Up by Tessa Bailey could be one. Faker by Sarah Smith. I could talk about a lot of them probably. Even some YA ones right here. Series Moonlight by Jen Bennett. I really doesn't feel have a strong plot, but the relationship's really great. So that's not a bad thing at all. All those books I mentioned, I did really enjoy. It just, they don't have a very strong plot. It's just mostly romance, which I'm okay with a lot of times, honestly, because I love romance books. Number 2 is Turkey. What book made you want to fall asleep? Oh man, I don't have it anymore. An Anonymous Girl by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. This was an adult mystery thriller that I did not enjoy, and it's one of my, like, least favorite thrillers ever, as well as I think The Last Miss Constantine, or no, The Last Miss Parish by Liv Constantine. Both were really boring in my opinion. Didn't really was interested in them at all, so they both kind of made me fall asleep. Gravy. What book made the whole series worth reading? I'm just going to talk about a series I enjoy because why not? It's the Side series by Neil Shusterman. I just read The Toll, just had a review on it. Definitely check it out. The whole series, in my opinion, is worth reading. Scythe is definitely a great first book that makes the whole series worth reading, but the series overall is just phenomenal. It's hyped up a lot, I know, but I fully think it's worth all the hype. That's my opinion. Stuffing. Which book is full of action scenes? For this one, I'm gonna have to go with, if I can find it, I'm gonna have to go with Renegades by Marissa Meyer. I'm currently reading the last book in the series right now. I'm not loving it, but I still always love Renegades. It's the first book in the series, and it's like a superhero book versus evil, and it's definitely action-packed with all these fights and things like that. So I love it. It's still my favorite book in the series as of right now. While filming, I might have finished the book already now. I don't know, but I still think this one's really action-packed. Mashed potatoes, which are my favorite thing ever. Like, I love it. What book looked good and then wasn't? I have 3 for you. Some of my most disappointed reads of the year you're going to see right now. Aurora Rising by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. I love their Illuminae series, but sadly, I did not enjoy Aurora Rising at all. It was a struggle to get through. Like, it was just bland and boring in my opinion. I know there's a lot of people out there that love that book, which is great. I'm so glad for you. I just did not love it, unfortunately. Another one is The Lady Rogue by Jen Bennett. This was a fantasy book, and she usually writes contemporary books, so I was interested to see how she was going to write fantasy, but sadly, again, I didn't love it. Was kind of bored by it. Yeah. And then my last one is Hot Dog Girl by Jennifer Dugan. I was very much anticipating this YA contemporary. It sounded amazing. The cover was amazing, but the character was the main reason why I did not like that book at all. Like, she was just a horrible character. By the end, she kind of redeemed herself, but she was just straight up horrible, and that's why I do not like that book at all. Cranberries. What book has the sweetest romance? Oh goodness, do we have time for that? I mean, I have oh, here's 3 right here. Boom, I could pull these 3. And they got all sweet romances. Thanks You Saving the Fire by Catherine Center, an adult romance. Such a sweet romance. Also, Evie Drake Starts Over by Linda Holmes. A very slow book. It's a really character-driven book, but the romance in it is very kind of minuscule, but it's really sweet romance in my opinion. And then The Flat Share, probably my favorite of this year for romance. The romance was just everything. I love this one so much. Corn. What is the corniest book you've ever read? Ever read? I don't know. I mean, we could talk about Twilight. If I would reread that now, I would be like, this is really corny, but I still love it. One I can think of this year that I've read is You'd Be Mine by Erin Hahn. That was a very corny book. Like, the romance was just cheesy and corny, and I just didn't love it, but it was cute, but it was just extremely corny. Green Beans. What book is too long and needs to be shortened? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm gonna pull this again, but we're gonna do it. Why not? And that is Arch Enemies by Marissa Meyer. This is the second book in the Renegade series. So this book is not that long, but it's like 470 pages. I thought it could have been 300 or 350. It was that kind of, like, the middle was just very, it just was not there for me. Like, not a lot happened, which is why I think it could stand to be shorter. I said it in my review, and I'll stand by it now. It could have been shortened, and I think it could have been a lot better, because this book definitely suffers from second book syndrome. Not a lot of people agree with me, and that's okay, but I still love the series. But the second book was just kind of, in my opinion, and could have been shortened. Pumpkin pie, yum. What book do you read to get out of a reading slump? So I don't read a particular book, I just read a particular genre, and that is chick lit. If I'm ever in a book slump, I will go to a chick lit. In fact, that's what I do a lot. If I read a lot of fantasies in a row and I'm like, crap, I'm so overloaded on fantasy, I always turn to just a cute, fluffy chick lit to get me out of it, because that is a surefire way. Or YA contemporary, that's a good one, but I'd say chick lit more because I'm just a romance junkie and I like that, so that's what I do. My last question is dog/cat. What is your favorite Thanksgiving food that you would steal from the table, like a dog or cat would? Mine would be mashed potatoes. Love mashed potatoes. I make it from scratch every year. In fact, I had to make it like 3 times within a matter of months, because I make it for Thanksgiving, and then I make it for my sister-in-law's party the next day, and then I have to make it again for my husband's family on Christmas Eve. So people request that stuff. It's really good. It's the Pioneer Woman recipe. It's really fatty and overloaded on butter, but it's delicious. I also love pumpkin pie. I will eat a lot of pumpkin pie during Thanksgiving, so I didn't need a lot of workouts to accommodate that. Will that happen? Probably not, but I'll eat all the pumpkin pie. I feel no remorse at all about it. That was the Thanksgiving book tag. It was really cute and fun to do. I love Thanksgiving, and I love celebrating with my family. And if you don't celebrate with your family or friends, do a Friendsgiving, by the way. Those are hugely popular nowadays. I think that's awesome. You know, I would love to do that. It's just busy time for me right now, but if you just have a group of friends and you guys don't have a ton of Thanksgiving plans, make a Thanksgiving together. Make it like a potluck. Bring things over and just have a good time and watch some movies, and that just sounds like an awesome time in my opinion. So yeah, I would love to hear what your plans are for Thanksgiving, whether you're going to do with family or friends or, you know, things like that. I would love to hear what you're going to do. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.